Hey guys, Dave Shrun here. One of the most underrated ways that we can be more effective in our job as church communicators is by how we respond and deal with circumstances where we are told no. How do we respond when we're told no? Now, there's two types of being told no that I want to talk about real quick. The first is what I call rejection, and rejection is what comes from the top down. You work super hard, you put together a communication strategy, you were hired to do a job, right? Like hired to do a particular job, yet the direct superior or the people above you, they continually want to do things a different way. And so it's kind of like, what am I supposed to do? Like I was hired to do this job, but every time I try to make traction and every time I do what I think is right and what I think is best and quite frankly, what the situation calls for, I kind of get shut down. So how do I deal with rejection? And then the other direction is how do I deal with resistance? And resistance is what I say comes from the bottom up. And so that's where you're working with other ministry leaders and they're saying, hey, I've got this event coming up. I need to get it communicated. And you put together a strategy. And when you present that, it's met with resistance because it's not being communicated the way that ministry leader wants it to be communicated or the way it was communicated in the past. And so, we're in this rock and a hard place. Either we're feeling the rejection of, us trying to do our job or the resistance of us trying to do our job. And it's a really tough position to be in. But I've found that when we can master that particular predicament, when we can, effectively navigate through being told no, whether it's from the top down or from the bottom up, when we can navigate through that, it makes the communicator's job a whole lot easier down the road. It's tough when you're in the middle of it. Believe me, I know it's tough. And whether or not you feel like you're at odds personally with somebody or you're just at odds professionally, it's a tough place to be in. So I want to invite you to participate in this webinar, how to deal with being told no, because there is not one single topic that is as powerful and potentially as revolutionary to you effectively doing church communications at your church or your organization as this particular topic. I know it's not as attractive as other topics. I did a webinar on how to manage your church communication schedule and strategy, and man, there was all sorts of interest. And this one, it just doesn't generate the same type of interest because there's not as high of a perceived value on relationships as there are on systems. But let me tell you, the two are 100% correlated together. As your relationships go, so will the success of your overall communication strategy. So guys, sign up, be there. There is not one thing that you will be able to do to invest in your communication success as powerful as managing relationships. So be there. I guarantee you it's going to be worth your time. We'll see you there.